We are not alone. We never were. There's more to our life than the 3D, the 4D, the 5D, 6D, and so forth. Some people can see through what is right, what appears to be right in front of us. I'm holding a crystals for protection as I'm talking, because I've been thinking about doing this video and I finally decided to go ahead and do it. During this time, this year has been incredibly chaotic, incredibly intense. There's going to be a lot of spiritual activity, and I'm just going to share with you some signs that I know, and with the hopes that it would resonate with some of you, and if it doesn't, it's fine. The first sign that I know is temperature. You could be in a room and all of a sudden you feel incredibly cold, and I'm not talking about this is like shivering, like your teeth are chattering. I don't know if that's the right word. Just incredibly cold, and you would probably be, if there are other people there, you would probably be the only one that feels this cold. That is spirit. That's happened a few times. Also, the other side of temperature is heat. There would be times when I would do readings and I would feel incredibly warm. It's as though you're in a room, in a small room, and you're surrounded by a bunch of people, and there's no explanation. All of a sudden the temperature just goes up, and it's as though it's like the breaths, like they're just next to you, and you feel their presence because the temperature has just went up and they're here. That is a part of like a sign where temperature is just like, you could just feel it. You could feel their presence. This is for the empaths who are with this channel, and those of you who may be empaths and are not aware of it. And this is the feeling, this is the ability to feel what other people are feeling, and this is a gift. Some of you are, it's a very, very heavy gift, but it is a gift. So, example, a sign. You could be somewhere and all of a sudden you were fine throughout the whole day, and all of a sudden you feel this incredible weight on you, and you just don't understand, or maybe you feel like this incredible sadness or anger, or it's coming from somewhere, and you're like, what just happened? That was spirit. That was energy. That's an energy that's around you or passed by. That is spirit. You're feeling what they're feeling. That's the gift of the empath. You could also be in a place, any place, and you're just going about your day. Maybe you're feeling down or something. Point is, all of a sudden you feel this wave of light, this incredible joy, this uplifting, this burdens released. And that also is either spirit or a celestial being coming to you to lighten your load, to ease things for you. And it could also be a spirit also passing, and you're just taking on their energy. So let's say, example, like you're with someone who's just having a wonderful day. You stand next to them. Hey, you know what? You're kind of like feeding off their aura, and you're feeling wonderful too. So that physical person doesn't have to be there. That spirit could be there too. And, their bright light, their energy is just rubbing off on you as well. So that is a sign, an empathic ability, a sign that there is spirit around you. Electricity. We are electrical beings. When we pass on, those spirit is electrical as well. We are still electrical. So what do? Another sign. They'll start playing with the lights. They'll start flickering. It'll flicker on and off. TV would just maybe go, it'll just start turning on or off or forward, or, it just starts doing funny things. That's electrical information. Electrical signs, messages. Radio, music. They'll just start messing around with anything electrical that's around you to let you know that they are there. Now, regarding that, it could be energies that are for you, but they also could be energies that are just around, or they just could be troublesome energies. But that's the way that they communicate as well. They can move objects. So you would find an item, move to another place. You would find an item. I found items upside down. When I used to live by myself a long time ago, I would find things just in the wrong place. Missing, lost items for no reason, completely gone, disappeared. Things that you put someplace, and you hear stories about things like that happening, but when it happens to you, you just cannot dismiss it. We are not alone. It's kind of like the image of a ghost that you see in a cartoon and they have a blanket over their head. What does that mean? The ghost with the blanket over their head. It means that spirit is there, but that blanket really is, for most of us, it's a veil, because we cannot really see through, we cannot really see them. Do you get what I'm saying? That blanket is just a veil. There's a veil over our eyes. That's why they say on October 31st, that veil is thinned out so more people are able to see spirit as well. So that blanket is just kind of like a metaphor. I'm not sure if I'm using the right word, but that's just a very, that picture alone of the cartoon speaks louder than words. But yes, they move things. So don't think sometimes that you're just imagining things. No, it wasn't you, it was them. Another sign is smell. You go to someone's house or any place, and you know very well there's not supposed to be that kind of a smell there. It could be you could smell alcohol. It doesn't belong there, and you know it. You could smell cigarettes, and you know there's no one who smokes there. Or a flowery scent, but there's no one around you wearing perfume, but it just came in. That is spirit. Spirit's identity, the way they communicate their essence. And most likely it's a message saying that they are there with you, or that's just an energy that's there and their fingerprint. They can come through via dreams. It could be people that you know that have passed on. It could be people that you don't even know, faces that you don't know who they are. If you're spiritually open, some of you have an ability to sense things. These spirits can be drawn to you. And when we enter that dream state, that sleep state, right, where we don't have those distractions anymore. So they're easily able to come in, and I feel like some of them are just asking for help, and then some of them are just coming in just to, you're catching them. Like I feel like a lot of them just really want help. Probably also sometimes it's just to give messages. I've given messages before. Also, they come to give us messages for ourselves. That is spirit. Also, celestial beings, ancestors can come in. The divine, the divine comes in. Also, your higher self. Your higher self is very powerful as well. So in your dream state, there's an opening there for them to communicate, to look out for, to forewarn you of things, to say, hey, keep an eye out for this thing. It happens a lot to me, and I'm really asking you, do not dismiss it. These are signs. Some of them are symbols that you need to break down and figure out. Take your time. You can write down your dreams, and then you'll see it. And sometimes it'll be like years ahead before something that actually does happen. Another sign, which I believe it's... Have you ever felt like there was someone next to you? And this is not temperature. It's very windy today. And this is not temperature. I'm talking about, there was a time where I felt someone next to me, and I was sitting down. I was by myself at home years ago. And I turn around, and there was someone next to me. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. She was glowing. She was glowing. She had this blue. She was blue. She was glowing, and I just looked at her. She didn't look at me. She was looking straight ahead, but she was right next to me, as though like to let me know, like she was right there by my side. The message I got from that was very clear. It was to fast. It was to go vegan. I walked away from that. I spoke to people that were very close to me, and I shared with them what happened. I believed it at that time to be an angel. I believe it today to be a celestial being. Celestial beings are known to show themselves as angels. So that message was very strong for me. So the sign again is when you feel someone next to you and you know physically there's no human or nothing alive per se next to you. That's a very clear sign. And or feeling like there's someone in the room. There's a presence with you in your bedroom. There's something there that's not your imagination. We're all energy. And we have to stop thinking with our visual eyes or our visual ears, but start thinking internally. Start thinking, with our third eye open, because we can all do it. But when you feel something, that's a red flag internally. That's a red flag that there's something else there with you. Another sign is the ringing of the ears. It could be any of the ears, and it doesn't hurt. And it's not too loud. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's just a ringing. And what that means is that this is either your spirit guide or a celestial being or spirit trying to letting you know that they are around. And this is also another way they communicate. I feel like, especially with angels, celestial beings, that they are so high vibrational that the frequency is just so high that this is also to let you know that they are there and that they are with you. And also it is an indication of a download also that you're getting from them of information to help you with your spiritual growth. And with the ringing of the ears, you can have it checked out with a medical doctor. I have, and nothing was wrong. So just to rule out anything else if you want. But if everything is fine and then you still have it, then it's just more confirmation that there's just spiritual energy around you. Another sign are seeing numbers, and numbers like 1111, 444, 222, 333, 123, or birthdays. Something of significance to you. This is how also they communicate with you. And this is not only to grab your attention, but it's also to communicate a message. What was it that you were looking for? It could also to let you know that they are with you on your path, to make sure to also let you know that you're going in the right direction. Also to give you answers, because those numbers also have different meanings in them as well. Example, 444 is the symbol of angels, but also it lets you know that they're telling you that they are with you along this path, and not to worry, that things are going as they should, and that they are also helping to take care of the situation. That's just another example. So all these numbers have different meanings. Spirit animals. So they come into our lives when we are going through different things, situations that we're trying to work out of. They could be owls, spiders, wolves. They could be any animal. But the thing is, what makes spirit animals unique is that they'll come up like either, of course, you may not see them physically, but there'll be images of them, let's say, on a board, or maybe on someone's backpack, or on a thermos, or somewhere, and you just keep seeing that animal. Let's say you walk into a store and you see an image of that animal over and over and over again. And what that means is that it's trying to get your attention, to let you know this is the animal that you need to be following. Find out what they mean. Find out what lessons they're going through in their life, what experiences there are that you can learn from, and how they adapt to certain pressures and problems also, because there's very valuable information to get from that animal that has entered your life to help you through this moment. So spirit animals are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And when you see them, just know that they are there to help you. Another sign can come through via a family, a friend, or even a stranger. You're looking, example, for an answer to something that's bothering you, and they can utter it. That's how spirit can work, or the divine can work. And what they do is that they'll access this person maybe temporarily for them to give you a message, and they won't have a clue, but you will. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, let's say you're thinking of a name. Oh, is it so-and-so? Is it so-and-so? All of a sudden, that person utters that person's name. You know, your friend or a stranger, or the stranger has maybe a label with that name, right? Or they say that name, you know, is what I'm saying. Let's say you're wondering if this is the right move for you. Let's say you're thinking about moving to a certain place, and someone in your family or your friend is saying, hey, I really like this city right there, and that was the same exact city that you were thinking about. That's another sign how there is divine intervention working on your behalf, trying to help you out, trying to give you a message, you know, because a lot of times it's not so clear cut. You know, we are not always so easily accessible where they can give us a message directly, that they have to do things, you know, so many different ways just to get us, you know, just to help us out. Another way they can communicate is, let's say you are about to enter a room or go inside a store, and sometimes we're so busy, so distracted, we're not sensing the vibe of certain places, the energy, right? So spirit can come in, you know, higher beings can come in on your behalf to help you out, and they can actually pull you away, maybe steer you into a different direction. You know, don't go into this store, or you know, move your car around and go this way, and you're like, why did I do that? You know, I'm just wondering why did I just turn? And then later on you find out that something happened. Okay, so spirit guides us. They don't try, especially angelic beings, celestial beings. They don't like to intervene unless you call upon them. But there have been cases of them, you know, steering people away from something that would be that would cause them harm, that would not be for their highest good. So yes, that sign would be like maybe either physically or like by your thoughts. They'll somehow penetrate and try to get you to move direction. Like if you were going to go this way, all of a sudden you're going that way without any thought or anticipation to do so. There was a time when all these signs, things were happening in my life, and I was incredibly scared. And it started, I was aware of it around my 20s. It just started happening a lot, and it was a lot for me to take in. I was very afraid. And you know, there was a lot that happened, and it got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm just going to shut it out. I said, if this is a gift, then I don't want it. And I shut it out. I ingrained it in myself. I put it out there. I said, whatever is around me, whoever wants to come through, you do not come through. I don't want it. I don't want you guys here. I don't want it. I don't want it. I shut it out. I closed those doors. And for me, it was, I closed off a part of myself. Years later, I'm at a different place, and I decided that I was ready to embrace myself again, be true to my nature, be true to who I am. And I'm happy I did. I wasn't as frightened anymore. I knew more, and I was ready. I was ready. I was spiritually armed. And I'm sharing these signs with you for those of you who may be feeling fear. Don't. The best thing you can do is just learn more about it. And also, regarding negative energies, they are out there. So there are things that you can do to be spiritually armed. You can strengthen yourself, you can strengthen your aura, protect your energy, do things in your daily routine, stay high vibrational. I use crystals. I love crystals. That's just me. I just love them. And black tourmaline to reflect any kind of negative energies that may be out there around you. If you sense them in your home, I brought some sage here. Woo! Sage. And I dropped the Palo Santo. Hold on. Okay. So I dropped Palo Santo. You can light Palo Santo. And just put it around. It has a beautiful smell. Put it around your home. Light it around your doors, windows, entrances, exits. Sage right here. I got this one from Whole Foods. Light it up. Light it up until it starts smoldering, and then you could just put it at the windows. And what this does is that it clears the energy. Open the window to let any kind of negative energies out. Make it very clear you are not wanted here. You must leave. If you are not high vibrational, you must leave, or you can tell all of them to go. Everything must leave. I only want love and light in my home, in my presence, around me, around my loved ones, right? So this clears out the energy, but remember to call in, okay? Open that window, let them out. Go to the windows, go to the doors. Also pay attention to items that people may be giving you. Could be, I have lipstick here. It could be a lipstick, it could be jewelry, it could be some things that they put their energy onto it, either intentionally or unintentionally, depending on how they are feeling when they give it to you. Let's say someone is feeling very angry and frustrated with their life. All of a sudden you bring that piece of artwork into your house, and maybe you put it somewhere, and all of a sudden you start having bad luck, and you're like, why do I have this bad luck? Why am I feeling so low and so heavy? And it was actually because of that piece you brought home. So what you can do is also sage any pieces or things around your home that you may be suspicious, maybe carrying some energy with them, because energy just sticks around sometimes. But there are many things that you can do to strengthen your energy and strengthen your home. Look into it, read about it, study it. There's so much. And it's such a personal thing too. What works for me may work for you, but something that you may do on your own and be very creative with may actually be even stronger and really strengthen everything around your home and protect it, solidify it, ground it. After you meditate, if you're doing meditation, practice afterwards to ground yourself. Because sometimes what meditation does is that it leaves us open to things to come, and that is a no-no. So, and also especially if you're living with people too. Also, negative energies have a way that, especially when you're doing a lot of light work, to attach themselves to people that are very close to you to take you off your path. So the people may not even be aware of it, but they may try to influence them to influence you to steer off the path. So I wish I can keep going on and on and on about this. What else? Also, very important, with what's going on right now, I'm not, with the intensity of 2020 and what's going on, and especially with that person, that computer guy who's trying to push those vaccines on all of us, which are very low vibrational, filled with metals, not passing any tests, and there's just so many wrong things with that. That person, that kind of energy, him and his wife, they have nothing good planned for humanity. They have nothing good planned for what we put into our systems. As a matter of fact, they invested heavily into a company starting with an M that produces genetically, foods. So these foods, if they're investing in things that are so unhealthy for us from the internal out, how can we expect to vibrate at such a high vibration? It's very important what you put into your body. It has to be natural, fresh, organic. I prefer alkaline. And also I'd like for you guys to think about, how are you breaking your fast? Fast as in when you're sleeping, you're not eating. So breaking your fast is your breakfast. So what are you ingesting? I like to drink spring water, and I like to put in some turmeric with some apple cider vinegar, which is a great way to start off my day personally. And also it's a detox and a cleanser. So, and another thing is one more thing is about water itself. So let's say you're going out to eat, or you're going someplace and someone gives you a cup of water. We are all beings with energy, so energy can be transferred. So that person may be, that energy that they're in will be transferred over to the water that they give you. So just practicing mindfulness is that when you get that water, you can speak into it and take your time with it and put in your energy into it as well. That love, that light, those well wishes for the day. I'm putting in love, I'm putting in abundance of health and joy into this cup as I drink it, and you're nourishing yourself, mind, body, and spirit as well. So I hope that this video has helped, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you. Lots of love, lots of light.